Oh, hey guys, you caught me at a really bad time. Currently I'm watching the streamer I don't care about to get a code to a game I don't care about. Now, before you get judgmental, I know I can just wait until the game comes out in 2 days, but do I look like a loser? I gotta play this game early. All these streamers are telling me to, and they're saying it's a really good game. I'm sure none of these people's reactions are paid for in any way, shape, or form, alright? Like, why wouldn't I trust the FaZe members with my money? Oh, god damn it. Alpha codes are my #1 reminder that just because companies pay streamers to play their game, doesn't mean the game is going to be alive 2 days after release. Now, does this mean they are bad games? No, it just means these games are either extremely unplayable, just a cut and paste of a superior game, or just plain uninteresting. Now, I'm sure there have been good games released like this, but the sad truth is, if there was, they weren't very successful either. This trend seemed to have died down a ton recently, probably because game publishers realize this business model hasn't worked for anything but Valorant. It's probably a good thing that publishers have strayed away from beta codes due to just basic accessibility. Nobody, and I mean f***ing nobody, wants to sit in a Twitch stream all day just to gain access to a game. It's a hell of a lot more accessible to players if they can just download and play your game. I understand that beta codes exist to gain interest, but if past examples have made themselves clear, this interest is mainly based on this artificial scarcity. And once they have the game, most of the time they pick it up, play it for 2 days, and just drop it to never be played again. Interest isn't really expected when your game is just a worse version of an already existing game. Valorant's fine. I know this game has a pretty large audience, so I'm going to try and not piss off a ton of people. I personally do not enjoy Valorant. I definitely see why people like it, but personally I have and always will enjoy CSGO way more. Valorant always felt like the developers saw that Fortnite, CSGO, and Overwatch were all successful and decided to just make them do unspeakable things to each other, and then boom, reveal trailer. Valorant's closed beta started on April 7th and its full release was on June 2nd, 2020. I was actually lucky enough to have gotten the code 4 days after the beta started, so I got to try this game's beta. I guess I got what I paid for. This game's fine with what it wants to accomplish, but with what it wants to accomplish, it's just simply not enough. It's trying to be a competitor to CSGO by just copying everything about it, while also copying other games. This game really does not have a concept that can be called its own. Even the small quality of life features suck. Like, the cosmetic system is just awful. These skins cost about the same price as full-blown games, while just looking distracting and aesthetically ugly. Though the dragon skin is pretty damn sexy. Valorant is just a game that was made with the industry in mind. It knew how to make it big without really having the effort put into it to have its own identity. And if there are people in the comments that want to make the argument that Counter-Strike wasn't very inventive either, all you need to do is do your research. Counter-Strike was made by a small group of college kids as a mod for Half-Life. It wasn't built to be a competitor or a copy of something. It was its own thing. Its own little side project for these teens that blew up and made the absolute monolith it is today. It had identity because it was its own thing, while Valorant, with all due respect to the developers who poured their hours, days, weeks, and months and years into this game, was just simply a CSGO clone.
Hot dog!
This game had to have been one of the most unique games of the last few years. This game was probably the stupidest fun I've ever had aside from Gorilla Tag. This game is if the show Wipeout met stupid f***ing bullshit movement. I suck absolute double-decker duck at this game, but it's still really fun. It's a shame this game fell from popularity because it's simply a great game. The assortments of mini-games in this game never fail being creative. This game has so many unique ideas that puzzles me. It doesn't stop this game from being flat-out bullshit though. I have not won once in this game, and I have 30 hours. I'm frankly the worst player in all of Fall Guys history. If Dream's luck is like 7 trillion, mine is like negative 7 trillion. I swear to Christ himself. This game is if Apex Legends was absolute dog shit. This game is absolutely awful. This game has no redeeming qualities in any facet of the game. The gameplay is stiff and janky, the time to kill is abysmal, the map design is trash, and it doesn't help that the player count barely reaches 20 in all lobbies I get into. This game was an uninspired cash grab, and it makes it so obvious. Ubisoft didn't even try to hide it. They put it on full display. The one time Ubisoft decides to not put out another f***ing Rainbow Six game, they put out the worst Battle Royale game I have ever played in my entire life. Ubisoft is everything I hate about games nowadays. They put out uninspired dog shit but they never get called out for it. Rogue Company never really got that big, and it's a shame. This game has so much potential because it's a genuinely great game. The gunplay is snappy and satisfying, the movement is fast-paced while also rewarding methodical and tactical gameplay. So, why didn't this game do well? Well, for one, Rogue Company came out during Valorant's success. People were still infatuated with Valorant when Rogue Company came out, so why would they switch over? While I think Rogue Company is a better game than Valorant, it still came out at an awful time. I finally found the game. I hope this is a good game. I heard so many good reviews about it. Let's try it.
Enemy spotted A.
Look what Ava said.
What is this?